In supernatural legends, two terrifying beings stand out: the Oni from Japanese folklore and the ghouls, relentless predators of death found in myths worldwide. Oni, fearsome demons of Japanese tales, embody chaos and balance, often punishing the wicked or enforcing karmic justice. Ghouls, originating in Middle Eastern mythology, are supernatural creatures believed to haunt graveyards and other places of decay. Over time, they have evolved in legends to become spectral predators, drawn to the lingering energy of death. Though their origins and purposes differ, the idea of these forces meeting stirs both awe and dread. Ghouls are predatory beings, supernatural creatures that prowl battlefields, crypts, and cemeteries, feeding on the faint remnants of life force. They manifest semi-physical forms when hunting, making them both terrifying and vulnerable. These forms are fragile, susceptible to fire, sunlight, and physical strikes, yet their spectral cores often persist. Unless completely eradicated by spiritual or elemental forces, ghouls can reform in another place of death, continuing their relentless search for sustenance. Driven purely by primal instinct, they swarm prey in overwhelming numbers, attacking relentlessly and leaving trails of despair wherever they appear. By contrast, Oni are titanic forces of supernatural might from Japanese folklore, embodying chaos, destruction, and balance. Born of corrupted karma or primordial chaos, Oni tower above mortals, their horned visages and vibrant red, blue, or green skin marking them as otherworldly. Both drawn to the lingering energy of death, their meeting on a battlefield soaked with destruction would inevitably lead to conflict. Imagine a battlefield littered with ancient debris, the air thick with decay. The ghouls emerge first, glowing eyes piercing the darkness as they prowl for remnants of life. The ground trembles as a towering Oni descends, his crimson skin faintly illuminated in the dim light. With a spiked club resting on his shoulder and his burning eyes locked onto the swarm of ghouls, he lets out a thunderous roar that shakes the valley. The ghouls hiss in response, their skeletal forms closing in on the towering intruder. This is likely how such a battle would unfold. Driven by primal hunger, the ghouls swarm forward, claws raking against the Oni's thick hide in a desperate attempt to sap his strength. For every ghoul shattered by the Oni's devastating swings, more leap forward, driven by unyielding hunger. Though their brittle forms crumble under the force of his spiked club, their spectral cores persist, forcing the Oni to exert immense effort as the swarm tests his endurance. Confronted by the swarm's relentlessness, the Oni shifts tactics. With another roar, he slams his club into the ground, unleashing a wave of fire that scorches the battlefield. Flames engulf the ghouls, their shrieks echoing as their forms dissolve into ash. Not content with merely dispersing them, the Oni summons lightning, striking those retreating into the shadows and purifying their spectral essence. Though some ghouls cling to him in desperation, their fragile forms disintegrate under his overwhelming might, unable to inflict lasting harm. The remaining ghouls, devoid of strategy, continue their assault purely on instinct. As the Oni's elemental mastery decimates them, the ghouls' persistence wanes. With a final, earth-shaking swing of his club, the Oni obliterates the last of them. Their spectral remnants dissipate into the air, leaving only silence and ash in their wake. Victorious, the Oni stands alone amid the desolation, his crimson form illuminated by the returning sunlight. The Oni's strength, intelligence, and elemental abilities make him the clear victor. While the ghouls' numbers and persistence pose challenges, their lack of strategy and fragile forms ultimately doom them. The Oni's resilience ensures his triumph. Yet a terrifying possibility remains. Imagine a battlefield where ghouls spread decay, weakening their enemies, while an Oni delivers devastating blows. Even the strongest defenses would crumble, reduced to ruin. Thankfully, their stark differences make such an alliance improbable, but not impossible. To encounter a ghoul is to face death. To stand before an Oni is to witness chaos incarnate. Facing both would foretell the apocalypse, signaling the inevitable demise of everything. We hope you enjoyed this look into the clash between two legendary beings. For more stories about enchanted beings, relics, myths, and legends, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you for watching.